I just put in ChatGPT like the top 5 pitfalls in buying a home. So the first one says buying based on approval amount instead of comfort. What do you think?
I wouldn't say that's number one, but I think it's very important.
Yeah.
Every client I get, when they go through, I see what their max is, and then I ask them before I even tell them that number, what are you comfortable with every month? Usually in this day and age, it's a little bit lower than what it actually is, but then we can hone in what price points they should be looking at.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's kind of up to them, but I do like to go over actual payment versus here's your pre-approval amount.
Yeah. No, that's good, especially because all the different programs the payment could change.
Yeah.
And based on how much they're approved. So different MI or interest rates. I agree. I don't think it's the first one.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty good one, and it's a conversation we have every time.
It's definitely important. You got to go
Yeah.
over it, but is it the end all be all? No.
Okay. I think, and we hit those considerations too. So then the second thing Chat said was skipping or minimizing the inspection.
Very important.
Very important. Yeah.
Everyone minimizes it.
Yeah.
They're like, do I really need it? How much is it going to cost? I'm like, I just tell them they're paying for peace of mind.
Yeah.
And I've had many deals fall through, even new construction homes, where there's major issues that either cause them to back out or they have to address with the seller. So
Yeah.
definitely worth the $500 or whatever it may cost, and make sure you get a good one too, because it can vary inspector.
I think that's 100%. I think that you should have the inspection. You might find that the roof only has a few years left, so that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the only pitfalls within inside that pitfall is don't take your dad, because your dad's not going to want you to buy it if he sees anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I tell people too is I'm like, the inspector's job is to point out absolutely everything,
Yeah.
but don't worry about it. Find the things that concern you the most and have that conversation with your agent.
Yeah, is there any major money items now or even within the next couple of years, like you said, with the roof or HVAC or whatever it may be?
Yeah. And actually, yeah, I've seen deals not happen because what they've discovered in due diligence through an inspection.
Yeah.
So best
or
$500.
they can address it. Like I just had a buyer a few months ago. They got the entire HVAC replaced before they got into the home as part of the deal after the inspection.
What'd that cost?
I didn't even
I
ask.
bet it was a lot.
Yeah, it was
good. Yeah.
And they just didn't have to worry about it
Yeah.
then, right?
Now they have a brand new furnace.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, draining savings for the down payment.
Gotta have a buffer.
Got to have a buffer. Yep.
Yeah. And when people, I like to tell them, $10,000 extra on down payment affects maybe $50 to $60 a month, depending on interest rate. To me, that's probably not worth it, right? Having
Yeah.
that buffer is definitely better. But yeah, I definitely don't suggest draining it.
I agree. And for primary residences, you're not required generally to have reserves,
Mm-hmm.
which a 1 month reserve is one house payment. But as a loan officer, I don't feel good draining people's bank accounts. I don't want them to default. It doesn't make any sense for anybody.
No. And
So-
if they're worried about cash flow, usually people have some debt, and maybe they pay off a $5,000 credit card where it frees up $200 a month in minimum payments, plus it's paying off high interest.
Yep.
Whereas putting that towards the down payment just doesn't really do all that much.
Yeah, and you know what too is I get down nitty and gritty with them, and I say things like, "Hey, do you guys go on trips? What do you do for Christmas?"
Mm-hmm.
And they get so caught up in buying a home because it's a big deal that I just like to remind them of the other expenses that they have in life: flat tires, new set of tires, anything.
Or if something comes up at the house.
Something
right?
comes up with the house. Yeah.
There's downsides.
Yeah, exactly. So. All right, okay. Yep, don't drain all your money. We'll hook you up. We'll help you out. Ignoring neighborhood and future development. Well, if you want a data center in your backyard, I guess that's kind of the bigger topic lately.
Yeah, no kidding.
You should. That's a pitfall.
Yeah.
Know what's coming.
Yeah. And that's where a good realtor can help too, right?
Yeah.
They can know what's being developed, if there's any downsides or data centers or things like that. You probably want to avoid it, right?
Yeah,
For
for
future
sure.
value purposes and just for your everyday living.
Yeah.
Neighborhood matters, schools matter, and other aspects, of course, depending on your situation.
Yeah. Definitely a pitfall to look out for. So, generally not. I mean, location,
Yeah.
right? So people know the area. But if you're, like in Utah right now, if you're in certain areas, then you should consider that. because data centers are now a real thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Number 5, making major financial changes before closing.
But, like after they're under contract. Well, obviously that should be number 1 if that's what they're saying, or even before, right? People try to like solve their issues before they talk to a loan officer. They can do whatever they want with their money, but if they're doing it for mortgage purposes, I see people clear out all of their savings to pay off some debts, and now they don't qualify because they don't have any savings. They didn't even need to necessarily pay off those debts. It's not to say that that's a bad thing, but a lot of times people think they need to like pay these things off to get qualified, which isn't always the case.
Sure.
And you can always do that on the back end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or we could do it as part of the loan if we need to, and then you can make a more informed decision, at least from a mortgage perspective.
Yeah. Perfect. I had this year was the first time in 15 years doing mortgages. I had somebody buy a car while they were under contract.
First time ever. Wow, good for you.
I think I'm having good conversations up front, maybe, but this gentleman knew better, and he's a nice guy. He didn't mean to cause any issues, but we worked through it. We still closed the loan.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
I've had that happen.
Have you really?
Oh yeah, many times.
My gut sunk for a second there until I looked at the radio shows. I'm like, okay, we're gonna work it out. It's just gonna be a hard conversation, but
yeah,
we worked it out. So yeah, that's kind of cool.
Nice.
That was fun.
Yeah.
So